So I'm Dr. George Pavlou. I'm the president and CEO of this practice, and I'm actually one of the founding members 14 years ago when we started this practice. I graduated from Boston University as a biomedical engineer, but I always wanted to go into medicine, but I enjoyed science and engineering, and from there I went to medical school at St. George's University, which is on the island of Grenada, and from there I came here to Paterson, New Jersey, and did all of my training, both residency and fellowship, here at St. Joe's, and ended up staying in the community because I just enjoyed being here. During the early part of my career, I was heavily involved in the teaching program at St. Joe's, so I was part of the residency review committee, and so we taught the residents and the gastroenterology fellows and even the medical students from the medical school that I came from that rotated through the hospital. So for the first 10 to 15 years of my career, I was involved in that aspect of teaching, and in addition to that, I was on the medical board of the hospital for almost 20 years as an at-large member representing the general physician at St. Joe's. GANJ started 14 years ago with the premise of maintaining an independent GI practice. At the time, there was a lot of movement towards people joining hospitals and other really large groups and somewhat losing their autonomy and their ability to deal with patients the way that we wanted to deal with patients on a one-to-one basis without having a lot of disturbance and disruption. And so that's how we started, and that's what I think still today differentiates GANJ from pretty much every other practice that's out there. We've grown, so we have the ability to offer a lot of other subspecialty work within the field of gastroenterology within our group, and we only do gastroenterology. We haven't brought on anybody else from outside field, so we're really specializing in the field of gastroenterology. It was always our goal to kind of maintain an independent practice. We first started in our ambulatory surgical centers as a group of 9 that were working together to perform the procedures that we do in GI. And then from there, it became pretty obvious that instead of being competition with each other, we could work together and eliminate some of the difficulties of running a practice. And so the goal was to take all of the back office things that a practice does, things like billing and collecting and all of the administrative issues related to having a large staff. And then there's of course malpractice and running these offices and so forth. And so we wanted to unburden the physician from that and bring it into a central business office and let the physicians just practice medicine. Most of our offices now, if not all of our offices, only have clinical personnel in them. All of the administrative personnel has been moved out of the offices and is in what we call our central business office. And obviously, since we only deal with one field, gastroenterology, that central business office is uniquely attuned to the issues of running a GI practice. And so that's what we've developed over the last 14 years.